screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique.
You talk about having to deal with the principal.
Find them at 1263
Frost.
US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barberville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central media students by following our social.
You want to go or?
We're already on, so you can just go ahead.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to Knox Central High School. My name's Shelby Smith and I'm a freshman here at Knox Central High School.
And I'm Steve Black, and I'm a postgraduate, but I didn't go to Knox Central. So.
This is the JV game between Pineville and Knox Central.
As you can see, again, volleyball action here tonight as we get ready. The senior night here, Shelby, as we will honor two of Knox Central's seniors. One of them sitting up here with us right now, still kind of figuring out what to write here. Emma McDonald, right?
Yeah.
And then Amelia Lord as well. So that'll be going on in between contests here. So, again, as you're seeing right now, it's the JV game. Again, it's Pineville and Knox Central, part of a district tilt. And in this game so far, just to let you know, and again, I can't see the screen, so I don't know if the score is the score up there, Shelby? Or
yeah, the score is up there.
Okay, so you can see the score that's going on. We are in the first set of this contest. Now, it is the best of three on the junior varsity side, and actually they go to 21. So right now, Pineville with a 17-13 lead. Knox Central serving But again, the first to 21, but you have to win by at least 2,
Yes.
will take the set.
Looks like that was a good serve there.
Now, Shelby, you're going to have to help me here on the JV side of Knox Central. I'm a little bit more familiar with the Pineville side. I'm the public address announcer there at Pineville. Work with John and Sam North. You just have to help me out here. So who do we have serving?
Number 13, that would be Olivia Skinner. She is in 8th grade. A lot of middle schoolers come up to play volleyball. Since we don't have a volleyball program at our middle school, they come up and they play here. And they just get their feet in the water for what it's going to be like in high school.
Yes, nice to kind of have that as well. Get to play at that high school level, even though it is JV.
Yeah.
The competition is a step up.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of like when when you're playing the travel ball, right?
Yeah.
Like you might go up like U16. You might be in the 14 age range, but playing the U16 leagues and stuff like that. I know a lot of people do that, and you may have done that yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so it's always good to kind of play up to the competition. Kind of helps you as you go along.
It's always good to play older people, and it makes you mature faster, I feel like.
And that point goes to Chloe Whitehead. Now she is a junior on the Pineville team, number 14. Makes the score 19-15 here in the first set.
Looks like that hit's just not going to get over the net, but that would have been a good play by the Panthers.
That makes the score 20-15. Pineville on top. So we are at set point here. So again, 21. And from the looks of that, Pineville will take the first set, 21-15. Again, they play the best of 3. So we'll get set for the second set here in just a moment. So haven't worked with each other since been about a month there again about football. So what's been going on in the we'll say media world with you, and maybe we'll talk a little basketball. I got a chance to see you were practicing earlier. Basketball's around the corner, right?
It is.
So we can talk
I'm very
a little bit about that as well. But what's going on in the media world for you?
Well, the past Friday it was homecoming, so that was a big game for me. I got to call the first quarter, but my time got cut off because we had a bit of technical issues, but that was still a big game for me. A lot of people were watching.
Well, good. It's kind of a interesting game there at the end. Knox Central big comeback against Hazard. Definitely a quality win for the Panthers, and a lot of excitement there. I'd say it's probably pretty good crowd as well, right? Going on. And something else happened that night, too, before the game. You want to tell us about that? I don't know.
Yeah, we had homecoming, and I won freshman princess, and our sophomore princess was Kimber Lefford. Our junior princess was Macy Nelson. Our maid of honor was Emma McDonald. And then I'm not familiar with her name, but she won queen, and she was amazing. Okay.
So congratulations to everybody in that. For you, I guess, freshman princess. So that's the stepping stone, right? So you set the bar, right? So in a few years, and you get to that senior status, I mean, we're looking Queen Shelby, right? Maybe, right?
Maybe.
Well, there you go.
We'll see.
Okay. Well, good. Well, congratulations nonetheless. It's pretty neat. Have you ever been involved in that, like at the middle school as well?
Yeah, we do have it at the middle school every year. At the middle school, they actually do a sweetheart. Oh, I forgot. Ellie Collins was football sweetheart.
There you go. Okay.
And we do a sweetheart, and we do just a princess of each grade.
Gotcha. So. Okay. So not your first rodeo in the coordination type deals, or processionals, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
It's always fun to look forward to because, you get to leave school, get your hair and makeup done, get a new dress.
Well, there you go, right?
Yeah. So, either way, if you win or lose, it's still
a neat experience, right?
Yeah, it's still awesome.
Awesome. All right, we're getting set for the second set here. Again, Pineville won the first set. It is the best of 3. So for the Panthers, if they want to force a deciding set, they'll need to take care of things here. Nice rally going on between both schools at the moment. A little short there as Pineville will get the point. Now, in between the contests, and I think we'll be doing commercials here and there, but then in between the contests, we'll have senior recognition here
senior
tonight
night.
for the two. I think it's the two, right? Just the two,
yeah.
right? So, seniors Emma McDonald and Amelia Lord. Now, I don't know yet, and she may have, but I know Amelia had been dealing with some injury this year, but I think she'll be maybe playing tonight. I don't know. But
I'm not sure either, but I know I think she had surgery on her shoulder this summer.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's all the way healed, but either way, she'll get recognized.
Definitely. I know she definitely would wanted to have played and things like that, but she's been helping out in other ways, and so.
She's been helping with practices and stuff, but I know it kills her that she's not going to get to play, because it would kill me too.
It was we have a connection. Her and I think when she was, I don't know if she was a freshman or if it was even earlier. I think she may have been played when she was an 8th grader. I'm not sure, but I'm hanging out here one time and they're all practicing stuff, and I guess she serves a ball or something, goes off the side of my head, knocks my glasses off, like several feet and stuff, and so I let her remember that every now and then. But at least it wasn't a bowling ball, so
Yeah.
volleyballs
But still, volleyball hurts.
Well, it was all right.
Yeah.
I was just glad my glasses were fine.
Yeah. They hit them hard too. They don't hold back.
That's right.
I see them in practice sometimes. It's like they hit them hard. But I love calling volleyball games. Seeing all the girls I go to school with, it's kind of like special to me.
So what have you? So let's talk about this for a little bit. So you've done some volleyball, called some. So what are you seeing out of the Panthers so far from the games that you've done? We're just a couple of weeks away or so from playoff time. But what are you seeing out of the Panthers?
Well, we have so many players that contribute to this team, and one of our she's ranked right now in kills, I'm pretty sure, in the region, Kennedy Jones. She knows how to get a point when we need it, and that's very vital for this Panther team, because I feel as if we know how to get a point when we need it and rally back.
Yeah, I think athletic-wise, Shelby Kennedy probably one of the tops in the district.
Yeah.
And you can even throw her there, say top 10, top 15 in the region as well. And I might be undervaluing that. She does really well. And just a junior, so.
Yeah.
Yep. So Knox Central on a little bit of a run here as they have a 5-2 advantage here in the second set. And Pineville already took the first set. So Knox Central trying to force a deciding set 3 in junior varsity action. So they stuck a microphone in my hand here, Shelby, so I guess I might be doing double duty during the in-between games. And so, I don't know, we'll see. Kind of nervous.
I think the oldest girl we have on JV right now is a sophomore.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of young girls are getting big minutes right now.
Very good, very good. And again, the more minutes you get, more experience you get as you start moving up the ladder, get into that varsity realm, the better player that you can become. Six to 3 advantage for the Panthers as they took that last point. That served a little bit too hard there from Braylon Fame. Braylon, a freshman over at Pineville.
Serving for the Panthers is number 19, Kendall Williamson. Now, in the last JV game, she had some great serves that pushed them over so they could win.
Very good. Now, Kendall, I think she does double duty as well, plays on the basketball team?
Yeah.
Okay.
She does.
Okay.
A lot of them do. Her, Kennedy, Karis. She's an 8th grader, but she'll play in the next game. They all 3 play basketball, and they're big players for us, too.
Very good. Now you mentioned Karis Fredericks. She's just an 8th grader, but she plays well on the volleyball side of things as well. I've seen her a couple of times this year, and another up-and-comer, for this program. There's some really young talent, and, Karis is one of those. And so it'd be good to kind of see her growth in the sense of she wants to do even, basketball as well.
Yeah. She's very athletic.
Yeah, I noticed that you had a practice earlier. I noticed it was a little small in the sense of the numbers.
Yeah.
And, again, that kind of explains it. Most
of them do. Yeah, play other sports, yeah. Not until about October 15th when our first child is. All of them will come then, but they'll all start coming in and practicing with us. We've only had about 6. About 6. But we had a lot more today, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, again, thanks to those that are watching in. And also we want to welcome those from Pineville watching in that they are they had the coaches had given those people from Pineville who couldn't make it here tonight, let them know, hey, join in on the Blue and Gold Network. They can check it out, live streaming action. So the more the merrier. How's that, right?
That's why I love the Blue and Gold Network. Anybody can watch, and it helps a lot of people too. If people can't travel, like grandparents, it's a good way for them to watch. Yeah,
and it's really neat as you see that you'll see people that are tuning in. Hey, I'm from Florida, or I'm from this or that. And here, you may even get some people, outside of the country as well. Right? It's worldwide.
Yeah.
That serve hits the net, goes out of bounds, but Knox Central. Again, after losing that first set, in control here in the second set, 13-5. Again, just have to go to 21 here on the JV side of things. So they're just they're knocking on the heels of forcing a deciding third set.
Just a little bit of miscommunication there. But you'll see that a lot in JV because they're still learning how to play with each other, especially when you're getting subs in and out, and that's why it's good to play JV because you learn how to play with each other.
You got to talk, right? You can't just be out there and be silent. You got to kind of, work with each other, and communication's a big part of that.
Yeah, that's any sport, but I feel like volleyball uses it a whole lot.
Alyssa Obenshane serving for Pineville. All right, that's going to go to Pineville now. So a couple of things that you'll see here in that situation, they called it a double hit. And so when you're trying to set or things like that, you have to be consistent in the sense of both hands, one hit. You can't, like a tap-tap type thing.
Yeah,
they'll call that on you.
You have to commit to it.
Yes. Also, other infractions that can, cause you to lose points. You can get into the net as well. So if you get too far into the net, you'll get called on it. Also, in the sense of you can't lift. You can't lift the ball as well. And there you go, Shelby. Again, I think some lack of communication right there. From Pineville, that ball just falls to the ground, gives another point to the Panthers. That's 16-7.
Number 14, Madison Hubbard, is now serving for the Panthers.
That's a nice fast serve there from her.
Yeah, she has a good serve, I'm not sure how to say the correct term for the people with a different jersey. That's the...
Oh, libero.
Libero,
yes. And so libero is mainly a kind of a defensive specialist.
Yeah.
And then also they can freely, in the sense of substitute as well. You'll see here, those that follow volleyball, that you've got so many types of subs, and it's usually the same people that come in and out. The referee will check on that. They'll let the scorekeepers know. Libero can just kind of jump in there, for someone, and they may not necessarily be in there all the time, but maybe in certain situations. And I'd say in Madison's case, she serves well, so it's good to have her in there at that moment.
Yeah, to serve.
So substitution there for Pineville. Emma Cupp, sophomore, been with the program now for a couple years over at Pineville, and so we will probably see her in the varsity contest as well.
Looks like number 33, Mackenzie Osborne, just tried to tap it over. That would have been a smart play, but they just got under it.
Another point for the Panthers there. 2 points away from forcing a third set, third and decisive set here in JV. That falls short. It'll give the point to Pineville. Again, bonus coverage here tonight as we're getting some JV action, and then we'll have the senior recognition, and then we'll have the varsity contest. Knox Central looking to stay perfect in district play. They're already 4-0 in district. They've already secured the number 1 seed as well in the upcoming district tournament. That's going to take place at Pineville this year, October 20th and 21st. As things go right now, the Panthers would take on Lynn Camp, and then Barberville and Pineville would play in the 2-3 contest.
Yeah, no matter if it's volleyball or basketball or football district, it's always a fun time and it's always fun games to go to.
So hopefully we will see a decent crowd down there in Pineville. So not that far of a trip.
Oh, yeah. Lynn Camp and Pineville, they're about the same distance, I feel like. Pineville might be a little bit farther down the road, but usually a lot of people show up for the district games just, to see their team win, to root them on.
So Knox Central takes that particular set, so we're going to go to a third set to decide who will take the JV. Now, we'll see, don't know what they're, in a sense, talking about. Sometimes they will stay with 21 or they'll go to 15. Are you wanting to go to an ad break?
Yeah.
All right, I'll shut up and we'll go to ad break.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
Pharmacy
Bombshell
supports
Beauty.
Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered.
And we're back for the third set of this JV game.
Yeah, I got to pay some bills, right? I'm over here talking, and it's like, Chase is over here. We need to go to ad break. So I understand Chase is having the deal with something with probation officer. So I don't know. It seems like an inside thing. I hope he gets his life back together. How's that, right? Chase does a great job on the technical side.
It's hard to do without Chase.
Yes.
Yeah. He does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that wouldn't go on if he didn't know how to do it.
We need to get him on. We need to get him on, right?
I know.
Sometime,
He needs an interview.
That's right.
But thank you all for the ads. That's not only supporting students, it's supporting our school as well. And if you ever want to add, just text Mr. Matlock. I'm sure he'll fit you in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good, groups around here, partners that partner up with KC Media, and again, this is the third year now that it is basically student-run, department with that, and so a lot of really good partners have been working with you guys over the years, and will continue to do so. So again, thank you to those who are the current partners. To allow these things to happen to support the student athletes.
Oh, yeah. Our community is the best. They support us no matter what. They give us money, go on field trips, and it's just, they help us a lot, and we're so thankful for that.
Oh, very good. And so, neat thing about, the program here, it is the Blue and Go Network. It's, because you're not doing just athletic, events. You're doing other types of events, academic events, things like that. So you'll see different things throughout the year. Also, you'll do the graduation and all that stuff as well. So it's good to get, as many of the student population here at Knox Central involved and in some way, shape, or form.
We have SDLP coming up. That's our competition for the people who want to do designs and just work on their own. You can work together or you can work on your own. I will be doing SDLP.
Okay.
So that'll be held in Lexington.
Okay.
So we go every year, and it's just a really fun time.
Now, STLP, what does that stand for? Just for those who don't know. It's a media competition.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to look that up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I know what it is.
Now, it's not motor oil. It's not STP for those older.
Student Technology Leadership Program.
There we
I knew
go.
that.
There we go. Student Technology Leadership.
I just didn't want to be wrong.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very good. The Pineville out to a 3-1 lead here in the final set, and a call of a double tap, if you will, and that'll give Knox Central a second point and a chance to serve for a tie here in the third. So that serve looked like it went into the net. Getting some substitutions in right now. Braylon Fain, freshman, getting ready to serve for Pineville. So one serve into the net, another serve into the net. So we'll go back over to Knox Central. So it's trading points here in the third. That's Kendall Williamson, right? Serving
yes.
for. There we go. I'm catching on, right? And she'll get the point and ties it up at 4.
Now, serves are a very essential part of volleyball, I've learned.
Yes.
Because if you don't have a serve, you can't start the play without getting it over the net, and that's just like basketball. I call it a turnover, but it's not a turnover. But if you don't get it over the net, the other team gets the ball.
Exactly. So we've got a timeout on the court, and then we're going to keep it going to go to ad break. I think we're going to go to ad break back in a moment.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net.
And we're back. Number 19, Kendall Williamson, serving for the Panthers. Great serve by her. She's doing great tonight. She's put the ball in play for the Panthers.
Quick ad break there, by the way. It was just back to action real quick. There you go. So right now, 5-4, Pineville on top. Again, most times, again, we weren't down there, so we don't know for sure, but most times in the JV third set, typically 15, but there are times where the coaches can agree to keep it at 21. So we'll see as we get there, right? We'll know as you will know as you see it here.
Just looks like the Panthers are making a couple young mistakes. Just hitting it awkward, putting it in an awkward position, but
so I have in my hand, Shelby, the scripts for senior recognition tonight. So I got to see if I can read the penmanship. How's that? I don't. At least I guess they don't teach cursive these days, right? So it's all. So Amelia Lord is up here just giving us the script. So again, we're going to be recognizing Amelia Lord and Emma McDonald here in between contests. They've been with the program several years.
Now, you were talking about a cursive writing. I would love to have a cursive class because I'm not very good at writing in cursive.
Now, my understanding is now, are they looking to bring that back into the curriculum?
I hope so.
Yeah, so honestly, I don't know why they went away from it in the first place. I'm an older guy, so I remember it back in the day, but.
Well, now people are like signatures.
Yeah, I know, right?
I just write my name, but no, it's a signature. I've actually made that mistake on my permit. I just wrote my name normal. I was like, oh, they just want me to write my name. No, I needed to write it in cursive, and I didn't. But I'll know that for next time.
So you need to do that so, like, when you're the queen, in your senior year and beyond, you can sign autographs, right?
Yeah.
See, okay, right? All right, Knox Center with a chance to square this up at 7 here in the third and final set. Got a nice rally going on between both teams. And that's the thing about
really nice rally.
Thing about long rallies there, Shelby. You got it's keeping your mental part into it because it's like I think the I don't know. I guess it's I just want to get that point and I want to get it really quick, right? But there's sometimes you've got to be patient.
Yeah.
And so you'll find out who's going to be more patient than the other.
Your mind has to be slow, but your body has to be moving fast.
Exactly. There you go. Good analogy.
Well, I know that because of basketball, Yep. You can't stop running just because you want to slow down, you keep going.
Another thing you'll see, and I don't think we've seen it here tonight, but I've seen it before. You'll get a team that they'll get the ball over, and it looks like they're going to get the point, and they almost like start to celebrate.
Yeah.
And then the other team makes a nice little save or a dig and keeps it going. And sometimes you get caught, and you end up losing the point. So.
Oh, it looks like the ball went in the trash can over there.
Okay, well.
Maybe get a new one.
Now who is 17? Because she's like, I didn't want to get that.
That is Bethany Shoup.
Well, Bethany did not want to go into the trash on that one, right? She said, give me a new ball.
Yeah. Probably had a bit of cheese on it, pop.
Okay. And look who's going to get the ball there.
Miss Middleton.
Yes, that's right. Let Coach do it, right?
Yeah. Now, she's been out on maternity leave.
She's had a
baby. Yeah. She'll be back after fall break, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just in time for district?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. 10-7, Knox Central with the advantage here in the third and final set. Shoup with another good serve. Nice point there. Now, number 30.
That was a good effort. Yeah.
Very good. Who's number 30?
Number 30 is Haley Welch.
Thank you, Haley Welch. So Haley, nice point there. Makes it a 4-point advantage for the Panthers. That one goes into the net, and that was Cameron Evans. Not able to get over. We're going to get another timeout. I think we'll go and take an ad break here. Back in a moment.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. This.
And we're back. So stick around in between games. We're going to have our senior night, recognizing our senior Panthers. Now, we do have a short class in the volleyball. Not a lot of them. That was a really good play. They hit it right where nobody was,
That's the key, right?
Yeah.
It's like baseball. Hit them where they ain't, right?
Yeah, hit them where they ain't. Yeah.
So 13-7. And again, we're going to assume that this is going to 15 until we see something different.
Yeah.
And right now, the Panthers are on the cusp of possibly winning this if they indeed do that.
Number 17, Bethany Shoup, serving for the Panthers.
She's been on a roll here
She
the last
has.
few points.
They all have. They've all been playing great, both teams. Nice rally.
Yes,
here by the-
definitely. Oh, nice there. And that was from number 12, Shauna Elliott. Everybody's kind of toward the net there, and she got it in the right place and keeps Pineville alive. 14-8.
Now, I love all these events because you get to see all kinds of faces, that you haven't seen in a while.
Yep.
Just like homecoming. Everybody was coming to that game, and you haven't seen them in a while. Like, girls come back from college that you played with, and, yeah, I just love coming to these games.
It's a neat time. Yeah, definitely.
It is.
Hey, Chase, roll it through senior night. Get Shelby to commentate. For the senior thing, roll it, let it hit sleep.
And that goes off the hands of a Panther player as Braylon Fain will get the point. 14-10. And a timeout on the court. We want to take a quick ad break. Back in a moment here on Blue and Gold.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville.
Journalism student.
Oh, okay. We're back for the final moments in this JV game. What do you think's going to happen here?
Well, right now, again, all Knox Central needs to do is just hold steady here, play smart, communicate, get that 1 point, and take the win. Pressure right now is not on them at the moment.
Ah, that would have been a good kill by the sophomore.
And Fain once again gets a point, keeping Pineville
They're just
into
hitting
it.
it right over their heads. They've got to adjust right here.
I think one thing you got to do too, and this is general, and this is maybe Captain Obvious statement. You need to play free. It does, honestly, yeah, you definitely want to win, but play free because sometimes you play not to lose, and you can get tight. And right there, the final point, as Knox Central will take the win in JV action, 2-1. So congratulations to the Panthers. And so I guess we'll take another ad break at the moment as we get ready for senior night festivities.
Yep. We'll be back for senior night.
All right.
606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central Media Journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
is the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for a halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for a halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard and Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard and Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for a halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop.
Justin!
Our 2025 Volleyball Senior Recognition Night.
Welcome back to Senior Night for KC Volleyball.
Number 2, Emma McDonald.
Looks like we're going to start off with Emma McDonald.
If you've watched any of KC volleyball over here in the past few years, you can tell that Emma has been a huge help to the squad. She's definitely the foundation of this year's squad. You want to talk about, she's not going to get every kill. She's not going to hit every serve perfectly. She's not going to play perfect, but she's going to go out there and she's going to lead her team, who's had a very successful season so far. They've been amazing. They beat teams like North. They've already beat Pineville, Lincoln, and Barville, and to my knowledge, they've already secured the first seed in the district. I don't think any of these extraneous games are going to count against their district record whenever it comes to seeding. So definitely the most successful season for Panthers. I mean, she, like other senior Amelia Lord, she's been injured and she's still out for the season and all that. And I absolutely hate that because I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Being a senior and not being able to play, I wouldn't be able to handle that.
Yeah.
Just being straight up. It's a very tough thing to go through.
Yeah, very tough. Emma's also a media student here at Knox Central High School.
I mean, media is such a growing pathway here at Knox Central. It's crazy. Me and Mr. Matlock talk about this all the time. I mean, you won't really hear kids get called, oh, that's an engineering kid, or that's a ag kid.
Yeah.
It's media kid.
Yeah, you'll know them as media kid.
Yeah, media. Every media kid is called a media kid in the hallways. They're known as media kids. Media is 100% the biggest family that we have here at Knox Central.
Yeah.
Blocking to Kendall. Serves to Shelby and passing to Rainey. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma McDonald.
Again, you want to talk about someone like the sophomores, like Blakely, and then you got your juniors with Kennedy and a few others, and so you just people often forget that this isn't a senior-heavy group, but without Emma, that foundation isn't there.
Yeah.
She isn't. This team isn't nearly as successful as people would think. Well, I mean, Blakely will do this, and then Kennedy will do this, and blah blah blah. I'm like, Emma's the backbone of the team, and you can tell out there on the court that she is the backbone, that she does what she can to help her team win, and she supports them in so many ways. And like I said, obviously not the most talented, but she works hard and she talks and she communicates. And going into, I remember when they played Barville at Barville and how hostile of an environment that was. I mean, they brought everybody out. It was a super close game, and she helped rally that team to a win. And they need some of that seniority, some of that experience on this team.
Yeah. Even though Amelia is hurt, she still helps at practices. I've seen it.
She's at every practice, every game,
yeah.
everything.
She's a great leader, too.
Absolutely. And you love to see the investment from a senior as somebody who played sports. I mean, I played, some sports where seniors who, if they were hurt, they wouldn't even show up to the game.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that when we played Lawrence County my freshman year in the playoffs, we had 22 people not show up just because they just didn't want to show up. And so I know what it's like to have people not show up for you and just not care. And somebody that was out for the entire season to come in here, go to every practice, go to every game, and do everything for the team and really buy in. You love to see that if you're younger.
Yeah. They're not only leaders, but they're kind of like moms too. You know, they take you around, they put you in the car,
take you to practice,
take you to
home from
practice. Yeah.
You go to their house after the game,
Yeah.
hang out with them. Like seniors, 100% are. I mean, because kind of what I'm trying to get at is that I was 15 coming into high school, and
Yeah.
some of the seniors were 18, 19. So these are grown people playing against kids.
Yeah.
And so that's what, there were so many, playing with Steve-O and Brady Mills and Evan Hobbs, these people who were, light years ahead of me. You know, Steve-O's at Yale, and Brady had a kid, and he had a kid. And while I was playing with him, I remember I was celebrating a touchdown, and I was like, I get off the field, I'm like, oh my God, get a kid, and I just celebrated a touchdown with him. Like, it's so insane. And I'm like, seeing these people do all these great things and go off and do these things. And while they were leaders on that team, and they went out there and they played their hardest on Friday nights, and they did what they could to lead us as freshmen, and did what they could to help us out. And that goes, I think, another thing about seniors is that that's universal with every sport.
Yeah, every
sport. So obviously the big thing last year was all the seniors last year.
Yeah,
You had
I remember them,
Hallie,
yeah.
Timberly, and all of them. That was an amazing senior group. So what was kind of your experience with them?
They were just like our best friends, you know. They would offer us rides, and it's crazy to think that they've gone on and done all this crazy stuff. Like Hallie's at UPike playing basketball. Hannah's at Kentucky Christian playing softball, you know. They were not only successful, for us, but they are successful for themselves, and I'm so excited to see where they're going to go. And all of them, I know Zoe, she's at UK, and Sid, she's at the Cumberlands, and I'm just so proud of them. You know, they definitely were role models for us.
Because Travis Mills came on for their last game, the region semifinals against South Laurel, and he was talking about how all of the seniors were signed or committed to having a further education.
Yeah.
And especially, you know, like you said, Hannah going to Kentucky Christian and Hallie going to UPike. Like, being a college athlete isn't for the weak. Being a college athlete is very tough. Being a college student is already tough enough. And usually when I talk about college athletes, I try to relate it to my dad, because my dad played college football at Campbellsville. So that's growing up and hearing the stories from him. It's a job.
It's
a job. Day in and day out. You're going to class. You're waking up at 5 in the morning to go to weights, and then you're going to your 8 a.m. And then as soon as you get done with your 8 a.m., you got to go and you got to get this done. You have to go lift some more weights, and you got to go to evening practice. And this is just, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine.
And just them seniors as people, you know, they still text us. I know they still text me, and they're like, how's it going? You know, they were just so great to us.
And that was and that's kind of what I said. I've said it on a few volleyball streams and this and that. I mean, like they were friends. They all knew each other. They all hung out. They were together as a group, and you could see that on the court. Whenever they were out on the court, it wasn't like obviously they were coached and they were told what to do, but it looked like it was kind of like a run out on the park.
Yeah.
Like they all knew what the other person was going to do. They're like, this person's going to want to shoot from here. We got to get them this look. We got to get, we got to get Hallie down in the paint. We got to get her in a good position to rebound. We got to do this. We got to do that. But it was all subconscious. It's not like they had to call all of it out.
Yeah.
Coach Warren didn't have to yell it out constantly. Hey, do this. Like it was like secondhand knowledge, and that's what made them so good.
Yeah. They knew when they went out on the court, they knew how to take care of business, and Steve never had to question that from them.
They're down 2 starters tonight. I know that.
So I heard from Mr. Steve Black that Pineville is down 2 starters tonight. So I believe you guys covered the JV game.
Yes.
That was a big thing.
The Panthers won that in 2 sets, so that's awesome.
There we go. Yeah. You love to watch them win the JV games. So you want to talk about some blue and gold news? Our last stream was last Friday night as the Panthers took down the Hazard Bulldogs in a thriller. That is, I commentated that game. I believe somebody was supposed to be on the first half.
Yeah, I was on the first quarter, and then I had basketball concessions, and I had the homecoming thing, and it's hard to do all that in one game.
Absolutely. So I went down there for the run out, and then I watched Nathan Dunn score the first touchdown, and then I watched Hazard score the next touchdown, and I came up here, or I came to the press box, and you just weren't in there, and I was like, what? And Matt Locke was like, just hop in, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I go on there, and but I can't talk about how big of a win that was for the community. Yeah.
Well, I definitely wasn't expecting to win homecoming,
no,
so I told
absolutely
Mr. Matlock I would do the first half, so you could do the second half, and that just didn't go as planned, but it's okay.
But easily, I've commentated over, I would say, around 60-something games. I've commentated region tournament games, district championships, the whole 9, everything. Without a doubt, that is my favorite stream that I have ever done. You want to talk about, like, kind of what I said after the game, talking to some people, is that I played football, basketball, and baseball with about 90% of that team, whether it be youth sports, whether it was middle school, and even high school football. I think maybe only 5 or 6 kids were on that team last night that I hadn't played at least one sport with throughout my entire life. And watch them go out there and win a game when everybody told them they were going to lose, whenever even like a lot of people in our school didn't give them a chance, even a lot of people that I talked to, like, it's going to be running clock by the end of the first half.
Oh yeah, people were doubting us in the beginning.
And if you've been around Knox Central sports, it reminds me a whole lot of Somerset last year when we beat Somerset. I mean, everybody said that Somerset was going to beat our brains in, that we were going to be terrible, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought it too. I mean, Hazard's a good team. Somerset was a good team last year, a team that went to the Final Four in the 2A. Hazard's going to be one of the best teams in the 1A. They have a top 5 quarterback in the state, a big freshman and sophomore class that were absolutely killing it last night. That's a very, very, very good football team to win that game. And but I think one of the biggest aspects of it was being down 2 scores. I equated it to a lot of people. It's like, imagine being down 20 points the entire game in basketball and then coming back randomly in the 4th quarter and winning it. I mean, you saw a Joe Montana-esque drive there by Eli Carey in the 4th quarter. You want to talk about one of the most important and historic drives in Knox Central history was led by a freshman.
Yeah.
So were you there the whole game?
Yes,
I know
was.
A lot of people that I talked to said they left after halftime because they thought it was over.
I was. I actually left with 30 seconds left, so I missed the best part of the game. But I'm very proud of our team. I will never doubt that team. Because there's so much things that went wrong, but there's so many things that went right too that contributed to that win. So we're gonna run an ad break and we'll be back.
And more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum, Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni.
We are back live here in the good old Panther Den, kind of talking more about other sports. You want to talk about our basketball program. We interviewed Mr. Tony Patterson, who is a new head coach of our basketball program. Not so much of a new head coach, if
Yeah,
you
not
ask
so
me.
much new.
Absolutely not.
That was my whole childhood,
Yeah.
watching Tony out there playing.
I remember when, obviously, I remember when the region championships. I remember
who
that,
could
that first
forget?
year. Absolutely. I only went to one. And it was the COVID year that we ended up not being able to play in the state tournament. But I didn't go. I actually stayed at my grandparents' for the first one, the 18-19, when Nick Martin, Dane Emmel, and all them.
Such a good group.
Oh, my gosh.
Such a good group.
You win that region championship in baseball the year before. You win the region in basketball. And you also had the first ever region title in football that year. So
Them
that was,
boys were used to winning, definitely.
I mean, if you talk about Knox Central sports, you talk about
That group.
you talk about that group 100%. And but I went to the second one, and that was Trent Noah's 7th grade year. He was the number one, because I remember we played Harlan County, and we were down by 10 pretty much the entire game. It was like 8 to 10 points, and then we just pulled away there towards the very end. My mom and my sister had to stay out in the car and listen to Travis Mills and Eric Hubbard on Blue and Gold back when they did it, because she was so stressed out and she couldn't do it. And then obviously the next year was the COVID year, and apparently I remember everybody was talking about some Reed Shepherd guy, and I had no clue who they were talking about.
We were like, who is this guy?
I was like, who even is this guy? Because the way people talked about him, I expected to see him, because the first time I'd ever saw him was the game here that we got like 4,000 viewers on when it was we played North Law, and the final score was like 110 to 105. We ended up losing, and so I give this guy a handshake, and I walk by, and some guy goes up to me and goes, "That was Reed Shepherd." I was like, "No, it wasn't." No, that was
This
Rick
little boy
Shepard.
from
And
Laurel County,
yeah,
now he's
I
playing
was expecting
in
some
Houston.
big,
Yeah.
6'10" tall
Yeah.
guy who can dunk and all this, and he's this little guard, and I'm like, what in the world? And then obviously we go on to lose the region championship that year to North Laurel, and the next year we go 4-26, but then you bring in Coach Madden, you win the district title there. That was a huge thing for our community, and you lose it last year, and then obviously extremely saddened by what happened to Coach Madden, and praise for him, absolutely.
Definitely.
One of my favorite people that I've ever worked with.
Oh, yeah,
whenever it
me
comes to
too.
media. I played, like I talked about it a lot. I played a summer ball. I played summer ball with him, and that is my favorite coach that I've ever had basketball-wise. Up there with Coach Jason Lake there at Lay, my 5th grade year. I mean, he would teach me so many new things, and he worked on so many things with me. And every kid was the same to him. There wasn't, this kid. Well, he's a little bit better skill-wise, so we're going to let him off with some things. Nobody was safe, and that's one thing I really liked, is that when one kid made a mistake, we're going to put in somebody that can. And I really liked his coaching style, and I really liked what he did, and he was a Knox Central guy, and you could see it. Every interview he came up here after a win, his face would be blood red from all the screaming that he would do. And you could tell that he just cared about the kids.
He cares so much.
He cared so much about these kids and what they would do, and coaching them. And going up and winning, like I said, going 4-26, and then going up and making it to the region semifinals and playing Corbin really close in that semifinal game. I mean, you were playing for a shot to play the championship against whoever won between
with a young team.
Oh yeah, very young. You had 3 8th graders starting. Hayden Melton, Grayson Burton, and Evan Hubbard. Then you had the 2 seniors in Braden Mills and Gavin Chadwell. But just that district championship, winning off of that Miss Sawyer Thompson floater there in the final seconds, where Miss Sunny Ann Parton was actually commentating. You want to talk again about seniors from that group that are still doing great things. She's with the 13th Region Media Network. She's working, I believe, she told
She's
Mr.
definitely
Matlock,
making us proud.
Oh yeah, I think she mentioned to somebody that she's working with SEC Network as well up there with UK and all that. Those media kids. There are still media kids that will come to games and talk to Mr. Matlock, and I'm just like, man.
And they'll still come help us too.
All the time. And kind of going back to talking more about Coach Madden, it was one of those things where you could just tell that he wanted to win and that he cared. And
he not only cared about the boys, he cared about us too, because he would come to our practices. He wouldn't take it easy on us, but only because he wanted us to be the best we could.
Yeah, it wasn't just because, and I feel like that's something that happens a whole lot, is that they'll see a coach will come onto a team and they'll see him as like a stepping stone. Well, I'm going to coach for this team, and then maybe that can make me an opportunity to coach at this team.
Yeah.
Or I can coach here, this and that. But you could tell that he was like, this is my home. This is my place.
To be here.
I'm here. This is my thing. This is where I am. And but now with Coach Patterson taking over, when I interviewed him, we talked a whole lot about the shot clock situation and a lot more about consistency and what he's going to do, what his goals are, and what he wants to do with this Knox Central program moving forward. I mean, you see those 3 banners up there. He knows what the expectations are. We talked a lot about expectations, that they're going to expect this team to win just because it's Tony Patterson as the coach. And that's the thing. I think these boys can live up to it. I think these boys can live up to the hype. Absolutely. So kind of, you want to talk about some of your basketball experience with Coach Warren over the past few years?
Oh yeah, Coach Warren. He's amazing. He really is. His coaching style, he lets us play,
Mm-hmm.
But he gives us structure to go off of, but he lets us girls play. He's so encouraging, at practice. He'll get down and he'll play with us, and that's what I just love about him.
But yeah, you want to talk about some of the. I remember when I would go to girls basketball games, and there would be maybe 3 or 4 people.
Oh, now there's like a whole bunch.
We pack out for girls basketball games, and I was so happy about that. Because I remember sometimes I would come down with my dad whenever he'd have to work these games. There wouldn't be anybody there, just like the SROs and maybe a few parents here and there. And then I remember my 8th grade year when they played Corbin at home, and it was a fully packed out crowd, both sides. Student section was filled to the brim. And then you would come to the boys' games, and there wouldn't really be anybody at the boys' games, so you were just kind of it was like so flip-flopped. It was so weird. Like, no, you want to go to the boys' game? You want to go to the girls' game? Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
man, absolutely. I remember, being on the pet bus, going to the girls' region games, and being able to support the girls' basketball team these past few years. It's been a big refresher, especially, like I said, with the boys' success over the last 2 years. So you had a clean sweep my freshman year, clean sweep cheer. Boys and girls. Last year was the girls, just the girls winning the district. Sadly, our boys fell short to Pineville.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about, I think Tony, could be wrong, I think he only lost one district championship his entire time here. Maybe one or two. And I remember when the old banners that we used to have, where the region championship banners are now, they would list off like every sport, and you would look and it would just say 51st district titles, and it'd just be like this year, this year, and you're just like
8 in a row.
goodness.
And like,
you're
oh my lord. Yeah.
And you're competing when you're competing against a crosstown rival in your district. Even Pineville, who's been really good. Pineville was so good. They probably could have made it to the region championship if they didn't get matched up against a team like that in the semifinals.
They had a very smart team last year.
So smart. And you have Sawyer Thompson, who's now going to play at LMU, and you had so many good players on that team.
Yeah, and a lot of them are going to play here at Union.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Mr. Xander Garrison, coming to play up here. He works at the barbershop I get my hair cut at. So he's talked about it. He's very, very proud of him. But Pinevile's a growing program whenever it comes to sports. Their softball team won the district last year. Basketball team won the district. The girls team, they've been pretty good. They aren't a team to count out. They almost beat us.
Yeah.
I think they were up 10 on us at half. Something
They
like
were.
that.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember just looking down. I don't even think Coach Warren wanted to say anything to anybody. I saw him walking in that locker room.
He didn't. No. Till he got in the locker room, we were like, okay, it's time to flip the switch.
Still, obviously, we ended up pulling away. But I know their football team has been doing great. They had a big win against Phelps in their first game of the year.
Yes.
Mr. Landon Robbins, who played amazing. They actually beat Phelps or Jenkins, one of those teams. They actually beat Harlan, I believe, 48-6 last week. So that's the volleyball team. I've talked with the volleyball team. They've won district. They've been one of the best teams in the district and the region. Mr. John North and Sam North down there.
Yes, they do a great job.
Oh, they do an amazing job. Love John North and everything they do over there. The big media guy over there.
Yeah.
And I think we have a guy over here that might know John North, Steve Black, one of his sworn enemies. One of his sworn enemies. I don't think they like each other. But yeah. But speaking of Mr. Steve Black, we're going to let him take it away here for the first two sets. Thank you all.
I think I heard Harrison say sworn enemy. Spot on. All right. The guys are just getting ready to get started here. Harrison, I think, will be joining later, as I think we're going to work first couple sets together, right, Shelby?
Yes.
So I'm the new guy here, so I'm hoping that things will work out. It's my first ever volleyball game I've ever watched. So I'm just saying,
Are you fibbing?
I don't know. You may have to carry me. I don't know. I get kind of nervous on this, but
I think it's the opposite way
oh,
around.
is that right? Well, no, I think you're doing a great job, and keep up the work. So I'll just let you just kind of take over. How's that? I'll just try to get a word in edgewise. How's that?
Yeah, I'm super excited for this game. It's a district matchup. I feel like there's always something in the air when you're playing a crosstown rival, and trying to keep the Panthers are trying to keep at the top of the district right now, and I'm not sure, did they beat Pineville last time, or did Pineville beat us?
Well, the first meeting of the season, they played back on August 26th. Knox Central took that one 3-1. And right now, currently, Knox Central 4-0 in the district. They do have the number 1 seed going into the district tournament. We'll talk a little bit about that later. Pineville right now is the 3rd seed in that. So right now the matchups, it'll be Knox Central Lynn Camp, first round of the district,
yes.
And then Barberville and Pineville. All those games will be at Pineville this year. Pineville will be the host. So like right now, Knox Central, Lynn Camp, and Barberville are looking to dethrone Pineville. as Pineville's had the last 2 district titles. Knox Central here tonight, again trying again to establish themselves within the district. They had won a few years ago and want to get back to the top as well. And I think they've got the people to possibly do it here. Some good talent in this team.
Number 12, Kennedy Jones, is serving for the Panthers.
And how appropriate you mentioned Kennedy Jones. Kennedy is one of the top players in the district, and just a junior. So
I'm excited to see what her senior season is going to look like.
Yeah, I know she plays a lot in the off season as well. And I think yes, and that really has helped her in her game, and she's really stepped it up this season.
One thing about Kennedy, she's very confident in herself, and I just love that about her.
Little miss hit there from Kennedy. It'll make the score 3-2, and you can see the running score there in the bottom right of your video screen. Pineville coming into tonight, Shelby, losers of their last 2, 10 and 11 on the year. Samantha North in her 9th season as head coach. Actually, the only head coach in program history for Pineville, and so they're down 2 starters tonight. So they're going to have to get some players to step up a little bit and fill those spots.
Nice hit by Emma. Yeah. A senior tonight.
One of those 2 that we honored during in between games. So out for Pineville tonight, senior McKenna Turner and 8th grader Peyton Wilson. And so poor Peyton, she got stung by a bee and maybe allergic, so it's not.
Oh, really?
So, and McKenna a little under the weather tonight, so hope that both get better soon.
Yeah. Hope they get better soon. Get back on here. The Panthers are coming off a little strong. Their serves have been a little bit over and out, so maybe they'll adjust to this.
Knox Central, Shelby, they're looking to try to get back in the win column as well. Actually, losers of 6 in a row. Now, they were in the first priority tournament over the weekend, and that, as tournaments go, you have pool play and things like that. And so, unfortunately, poor Knox Central, they were in the pool of death, if you will. I don't know if you follow soccer or anything. They always talk about the group of death, but you had the host Whitley County in there, among others. But they battled hard, but took a 4-loss spot there on Saturday. So, but I see Knox Central's playing in a lot of tournaments. They actually have another one coming up this weekend at Bell County.
Yeah, Bell County.
Yeah, but it helps you prepare as you get into district action. And they've been perfect in district.
Oh, yeah, you want to play as much as you can before that region and district come up, because you want to see all the teams you're going to play. And the only way to do that is to play them more and more.
Now, I may misspeak here, and if I do, apologize, but I know that the other senior that we honored tonight, Amelia Lord, maybe her first action, because she'd been battling a shoulder injury, had surgery in the summer, and so how appropriate to get on the court senior night.
I'm so glad she's getting to play.
Yeah,
she really deserves it. She's such a sweet girl.
So I know it's probably a lot of emotions now running through Amelia's heart and mind and soul at the moment, but she's out there battling. Nice block at the net there, J.C. Caldwell.
Sophomore Blakely Castle just barely taps it, but didn't get it over. But that would have been a smart play by her.
2 sophomores right there. You mentioned Blakely. Those 2 will be battling over the next 2 years, and nice battle at the net. Well, that might be something that we look at throughout tonight's contest. There may be more battles between those 2. That one a little short for Pineville, and it gives Knox Central their 6 points. So Knox Central down early to Pineville. So Emma McDonald, the other senior recognized tonight, trying to get.
The score is 6-7, literally.
Now,
I don't know if you've heard about that one.
Okay, you know what? You're going to have to tell me about this, Shelby, because I've heard this 6-7 stuff. I'm an old guy, okay? I'm pushing 60, okay? I'll be 60 in a couple years. So what is this 6-7 stuff? You gotta tell me.
Lord, I don't even know. It's something on TikTok. Everybody's doing it. They'll look around and be like, 6-7. I'm like, okay.
I mean, leave it to
it literally has no meaning.
Well, there you go. Leave it to the youngins to bring that up as we were at 6'7".
There's a new thing every day.
I know, right? No cap. That was another thing.
Yeah,
that was
no cap.
That's probably outdated now, right?
Yeah, outdated for sure.
That ball goes into the net as Pineville gets another point, 9-6, as Emma Cup serving for the Mountain Lions.
Number 15, Karis Frederick, an 8th grader. She's playing tonight for the Panthers. Good block.
Another block there from J.C. Caldwell. So J.C. winning some battles at the net. And that's a big one there against Kennedy.
Yeah, that's impressive because you usually don't see. I mean, she's not short, but she's not tall. Block something like that,
Yep. And that one goes out. Another point for Pineville. Now, a couple things with Pineville here in the last couple of games, Shelby, that we'll have to monitor here tonight from their side of things, is that they've had some sets where they've had some leads and on the verge of that, but then one thing happens here and another thing happens.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're not winning those. So hopefully they can turn that around here on that side of it. Now, of course, Knox Central doesn't want to see that.
Good hit by Blakely Castle.
Nice point there from Castle, as you mentioned.
She's a KC media student.
Yeah, we got a couple of them down there
Yeah.
tonight, right? Yeah, got Blakely, got Emma as well.
Yeah.
Is there any others that we missing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's just them two.
You know what? They should put some little lapel mics on them.
Oh, I know. I think they've been asking to do that. I really do.
That would be cool.
Because that's right up Blakely's alley. She's like, mic me up, please.
There you go, right? Now she, I know I've seen her take a lot of pictures, do a lot of photography.
Oh, yeah,
right?
she's great at that.
Okay. Now, will we possibly see Emma and Blakely maybe get on the mic maybe during basketball season? I don't know. Right?
Blakely, I think she might. She actually called a set with me last game we streamed.
Okay.
Emma, I'm sure she could. I don't know if she would love to, but she might.
At least try it out, right? You never know.
Yeah.
So another point for Pineville, as Knox Central had gotten a couple of points of their own. 12-8 your score here in the first set.
Number 5 serving for Pineville.
And that is the aforementioned J.C. Caldwell. Blakely gets it over. Nice thing about Blakely as well, Shelby. She's
nice
a good setter.
Play by Kennedy.
She's a good setter.
She's a great setter.
Yes.
Her and Kennedy, they are the dynamic duo. They work so good together.
And you're going to get another year,
Another year of them two, yeah.
Yep, exactly. This Panther team, they are a young team. Again, just 2 seniors, a couple of 8th graders getting some time as well, and some sophomores and juniors in the mix.
Looks like that's going to be barely out by number 16, Millie Lifford.
By the way, a programming note, or I guess a nice little note, Amelia is a next-door neighbor of the Norths.
Oh, yeah.
Here in town.
Yeah. I thought they lived here in Barberville. You see them walking sometimes in town.
Well, now, at least for the time being, I hear they're looking to relocate. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so some big happenings there for the North family.
Well, that's quite a drive. About a 15-minute drive here from Pineville, so.
And speaking of 8th graders, Ava Brown there, 8th grader, gets a point.
Very tall 8th grader.
Now, if I pronounce it, so Karis, right? It's Karis?
Karis, yeah.
So you've got Karis and Ava there, 2 8th graders that are playing some big time volleyball for Knox Central.
They're going to be big-time volleyball players for Knox Central.
And then, Blakely, she's just a sophomore. So
so she'll get to play with them, too.
Those 3 are going to be together for at least 2 more years.
Yeah, which that could be dangerous.
Oh, miss hit there from Emma Cup, and that brings Knox Central within a point of 13-12.
Looked like Pineville was going to do some subs.
Yeah, libero Mackenzie Caldwell into the contest. Interesting note from Mackenzie. It tore an ACL over a year or so ago, and so worked her way with rehab
awesome.
and back into the lineup this year. And so really excited for her, and she's got two sisters on the team. Too. So the twin sister in Michaela and also JC. So it's a family affair for the Caldwell. Little miss hit there. Kennedy trying to get it over for the Panthers. Not to happen, but we were square at 13 now. Knox Central back on top by 1. So Isabella Adams, senior, serving for Pineville. Blakely gets it over. They're going to call her for a double hit. So we talked about that in the JV game in the sense of some of the infractions there. So Blakely, she gets it over, but they got her for a double hit. So kind of a tap there instead of a single hit there on the ball with the two hands.
There's a lot of rules to volleyball, I've noticed. You have to hit it a certain way. You can't get in the net, That was a good hit by McDonald there.
Speaking of someone that's good on the kill besides Kennedy, Emma.
Yeah.
Good in her own right. And don't count out Ava Brown as well.
Oh, yeah.
And then Sheriff Frederick back in. So a couple of the 8th grade stars for the Panthers in at the moment, trying to square this at 15.
8th grader Ava Brown serving for the Panthers. Great serve, by the way. Set by Castle. Looks like it's a
nice kill from the senior, McDonald.
She's having a great game.
Yes. Ties it up at 15. And give Brown ace.
Yes.
There you go. Timeout on the court, and I guess we will take an ad break. Back in a moment on Blue and Gold Network.
Go Panthers. This
is the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at
Okay, we're back.
And we're back.
Chase really wanted me to do that 6-7 earlier, didn't he?
Yeah, so we're still trying to figure that out. And from what I understand, it's a much ado about nothing. But
nothing.
I summarize it as in too much time on your hands. Right?
Yeah, too much time to think. I blame it on COVID.
There you go. Emma McDonald, another kill. And we are square. Well, actually, no, a 2-point lead for Knox Central. So, again, Ava Brown continuing to serve, getting the points there for the Panthers.
Yeah, we've got quite a crowd here tonight. There's a lot of people here.
Good crowd again, senior night. It's good to honor Emma and Amelia. And looks like another ace for Ava. Ava Brown.
Ava's not playing like an 8th grader. She's playing very old right now. I'm super proud of her and Karis for coming up here and stepping up because it's not easy. It's not easy as a middle schooler to adjust.
And I know with the middle school, Shelby, I know that's a program that's still continuing to grow. I think for the last couple of years, they've got a middle school program now, which is good. You know, that you look at the teams in the region, and the two that come to mind is the Corbins and the Whitley counties. And again, there's other schools that do it very well as well. But the big thing they have is a feeder program. They have those middle school programs that get the strong JVs, and it's almost like it's my time, right? When you get up to that varsity, you finally
just
get that spot.
Just like in basketball, we have the Upward League, and Pineville, they have the Pine Mountain Rock Classic. What is it called?
Chain Rock.
Chain Rock, yeah. And for football, we have the Panther Football League that feeds into our elementary schools and our middle school.
So that serve goes into the net from Brindley Sizemore. Now Amelia Lord get a chance to do some serving here. Panthers up by 2 here in the first set. Best of 5. So again, if you're joining us, the JV we had earlier, that's a best of 3, and it's first to 21. Here in the varsity, for those not familiar, it's a best of 5.
Best of 5, yeah.
And it's first to 25, and you got to win by 2. So. And that's a little bit wide.
Yeah, a little bit too hard.
And we are square at 19. So one of several ties is kind of keeping things along. I think we were tied at 13, tied at 15, now tied at 19 here in the opening set.
Oh. Thought that was going to be out for a second. Looks like it's going to be a point for the Panthers, though.
A couple of missed hits there from Pineville, gets it into the net, and so Emma McDonald will get a chance to serve to try to widen that 1-point lead here late in the first set.
Good serve by the senior.
Oh, another block. That
Nice
goes out
block,
of bounds.
but it goes out of bounds, yeah.
And J.C. Caldwell stepping up. Doesn't win that battle that time, but
A lot of girls are timid of Kennedy's hits, but she's not playing timid at all. She's playing great.
not at all. J.C.'s up for the challenge. So passing the ball over, as they call it, a free ball. Try to set things up.
Blakely was trying to teach me some terms, but nice hit by the
Frederick with the kill, and it's 22-19.
Now, she is going to be a great basketball player, too. She's going to help us tremendously this year. Her and Maggie, they're our bigs this year, so.
Be a good chance to see how they develop.
Yeah.
Another point from Knox Central, and they are 2 points away.
23 to 19.
2 points
We're
away.
taking time out, and we'll run ads.
All right.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025. That's KC2025 for 25% off.
Okay, we're back from the timeout. The score is going to be 23 to 19. Your Panthers are leading the way in this set. Let's see if they can hang on to it right here.
So Emma McDonald serving and get a chance to get these final 2 points for the Panthers. Try to set the tone here in tonight's match.
Yeah. Just barely doesn't get it over.
And I'll tell you, you see this a lot. You'll go into a timeout, you come out on the serve, and
Yeah,
then
it's
put
like,
it in the net.
yeah.
And I've seen it a lot It never fails wherever you're at.
Yeah, when I'm playing basketball, I hate when timeouts get called because I finally got my flow, and then Steve's like, timeout,
Yeah.
and then I'm like,
And that'll drop in, nowhere to get that, so it cuts the lead to 23-21. Emma Cup serving for Pineville. Again, want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I've seen some people on, former Knox Central students, former Pineville students as well. Nice block and dig there, if you will. Kennedy tries it again, and Pineville up to the, and it goes into the net though, but
be 24. The Panthers just need one more point right here.
it is a
Hold
set
on to
point.
this set.
So people from both sides watching in, thank you for tuning in. Maybe somebody can explain what this 6-7 is about. We were talking about that earlier, but that's a different topic.
Millie Lefford is serving. She gets it over. And the first set is going to go to the Panthers. We'll be back for the second set.
You go ahead and take it away, my
Your
friend.
auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Milton Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to miltonCastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Milton Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Milton Castle.
We are back live here at the Panther Den, now back with good old Harrison Trosper here on the call, back with my good old buddy Steve Black.
I was going to say, Shelby, your voice sounded a little bit different, but yeah, Harrison taking over. So, Harrison, I need your help here. So they mentioned this little phrase there in the first set, this 6-7 thing. Maybe you can shed some light on this too. I don't know, but
The funny thing is that was mostly the trend was mostly started by a basketball player from Kentucky.
Really?
He played at Newport Catholic.
Was he 6'7"?
Funny thing is, no, he wasn't. He was 6'2".
Okay. Oh, brother. So
Yeah.
all right.
As soon as I saw the score.
Second set here, Knox Central on top, 1-0, first to 5, or excuse me, first to 3. Best 3 out of 5. But
So
go ahead.
what have you seen so far?
What have I seen so far? I think pretty even play on both sides, because we had several ties as we were going through here, in the first set. And I think the last tie was at 19-19. But at that point, Knox Central was able to take over, string some points together.
Kennedy Jones.
And there you go, right there.
Hey, you can take if you want to talk about Knox Central, Kennedy Jones.
Well, and that's one
Blakely
thing that's
Castle.
been going on, and we talked about those two, in the first set, Shelby and I. And again, they work well together. This is their, I think it's like their third year together, actually, in playing, because, Blakely played varsity as an 8th grader, and they'll be back together next year as well, because, again, this is a young program. And so when you got that chemistry and you work well together, a lot of good things can happen.
Well, I talked with Shelby kind of before the game, talking about chemistry and how good the girls' basketball team was because of that chemistry. I feel like next year the volleyball team is going to have that same kind of chemistry. They're so well connected. They hang out. They're friends. They all really like each other, and they all love playing with each other.
Well, in some of the younger players, we were mentioning Ava Brown. We were mentioning, Karis Frederick. They're 8th graders, and so they'll be with the varsity, again, as high schoolers next year as freshmen. And that's incredible. You got those kids that are going to be there for another 4 years after this year.
But you want to talk about some of the – it's probably the best volleyball team that Knox Central has seen definitely over the past few years. You talk about, Blakely being a ranked setter in the state. And I kind of talk about how Emma McDonald was sort of she's the backbone. She's the spine of this team. She won't get every kill. She won't, serve the ball super hard or play an amazing pass. But she's the backbone of this team. And you can tell when she's out there on the court that she plays her hardest and she does as well as she can to lead this team.
And Harrison, you're talking about, again, just last couple years as Sizemore hits that into the net, make it 4-0 Knox Central. Knox Central looking to, get back to the top of the district. It's been Pineville district the last couple years. I think they've, Knox Central's program kind of rebuilding, but they're getting those pieces together,
yes,
which is, really good. And we're talking about going back to, Kennedy's sister Madison when she was playing here, and Isabella Frost and others that they had some really decent years. So they're getting back to that point, especially this year. They're playing a lot of tournaments and some tough teams as well. But I think as this team continues to grow in the next few years, get back to the top where they feel like they need to be.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. So I think Pineville, they've had a great school culture over the last few years, building up that basketball program and the softball program and even girls basketball as well. And like
good competition within the district and a lot of different sports.
Yeah, absolutely. Barville's always a contender in just about any sport for a district title. Pineville, and then you throw us and Linkamp into the mix. You want to talk about one of the most competitive districts across all sports over the past few years.
That will fall down on Knox Central side, giving Pineville the point. Isabel Adams serving for the Mountain Lions. Now, coming up, just kind of a preview. Knox Central 4-0 right now in the district. Pineville comes in at 1-3. The seeds are already solidified. It's going to be Knox Central. It's going to be Barberville, Pineville, Linkamp. And on October 20th, for those that are watching, listening in, wake the kids and phone the neighbors. Get down to Pineville, Kentucky on Monday, October 20th, because you're going to see some good competitive district volleyball there in the volleyball district tournament. And hopefully we'll get a good crowd down there as Pineville hosts this year.
So who do you think is going to come down between? So I think we have a little bit of a ref confusion.
Well, I think Ava Brown gets the point, but again, sometimes it may be determined that a person is too far into the net.
Yes.
And again, I may not be saying that totally correctly, but again, into the net. If you're into the net too much, then you're not going to get that. That's going to be an infraction. And I think that's what one of the referees said, noticed that would be an infraction on that. Thus, Pineville gets the point.
So,
So again, it's a fine line there with that
absolutely. So
infraction.
who do you think's going to come out on top between Pineville and Barville as you've watched both
Well,
teams?
I'll tell you right now. I mean, if you look at the paper, if you look at it on paper, they've played 4 times this year. Barberville 4-0 in that. Now I think the last match they had last Thursday night was a lot more competitive. Pineville had their chances, did not finish the deal, but I think it's going to set up for a really good first round battle. And so I know that talking with the coaching staff there at Pineville, I mean they feel that they can eventually get them. Can a team beat another team 5 times? We'll find out.
Usually,
we'll find out
the
now.
rule is in sports, beating a team 3 times feels impossible. Beating a team 5 times, and the next time they will see each other isn't the most important part of the season. And I think it's going to be a big. They're going to be out. Is Pineville hosting this year?
Pineville is the host.
So
this year.
they'll be on their home court. They're going to be playing for a spot in the region tournament, and that's when it matters. These 4 matches, whenever it comes district play, do not matter.
Now, in saying all that, so you got to give Barberville a little bit of credit as well because they have really played well over the last few weeks, and Coach Stronk has really developed that program over the years, and so they're going to be a hard out. So again, that's the match that I'm looking forward to against those, and then whoever comes out of that, I think it'll be another good match. I mean, unless something happens monumental, no offense, but Knox Central should see themselves in the district championship. But I think you've got 3 really good competitive programs there. Again, Lynn Camp, they're still trying to build and things down there, and of course Coach Shepard down there doing the best you can as well. But I'm looking forward to that. Back here, Knox Central, I think they want to go ahead and try to finish their district season undefeated and get a win here tonight. And then they've got the net. What is it? I think it's the 14th that they play Barberville here. Yes. And from my understanding, that will be streamed as well. We'll get a chance to see that, and that ought to be a good matchup too.
But you also want to talk another thing about the 51st district when it comes to volleyball. We have some of the best coaching in the region when it comes to volleyball, I think, in my opinion, absolutely. I think John and Sam do an amazing job at Pineville. Miss Gross has done an amazing job. Miss Emily Davis actually coming back after being
I hear that she'll be back for the tournament.
Yes. And like we talked about Coach Strong, Coach Shepard, I mean, they've all done amazing jobs. If you watched the Knox Central Barville game, you saw one of my favorite volleyball games I've ever watched.
We were there a few weeks back, and it was back and forth. It could have gone either way. I tell you, it was good competitive volleyball.
Very good game. I mean, one of my favorite volleyball games I've watched in a long time.
Katie Collins, the junior, serving and gets another point as Knox Central goes out into a 10-4 lead here in the second set. So I had to ask you though. So Chase noticed him today. He's a mustache. What's up with that? Said had to do something different. So
that's an imposter.
I know,
not the real
right?
Chase Mills. It's not the real guy. He's an imposter.
He does a good job behind the scenes. And
I'm very surprised because Matt Jones of KSR deemed him the president of the Mustache Club, and he shaved his mustache.
I know, right?
Matt Jones would be furious right now.
Nice rally going on both teams right now.
Absolutely. You love to see that. Castle sets for McDonald as McDonald gets it over. Oh, my gosh, what a rally. McDonald just hits it into the net. But, oh, my goodness, what a point right there if you're Pineville. Definitely get you some momentum going into the second set.
And that's the thing. You get those long rallies, Harrison, and sometimes it's mental, and you kind of let your guard down, but you got to play to the whistle, right? As they say, they do it in football, right? They play to the whistle. Same thing here in volleyball.
You want to talk about one of the big keys as Karis Frederick? Oh my goodness!
Nice kill from her.
Absolutely. I mean, you want to talk about one of the shining stars on this team as an 8th grader.
Bodes well for your program, right? So you get to, you're in it, and nice ace there from Emma McDonald. And a little ace dance there, if you will.
It's one of my favorite things about volleyball is that they have so many chances. And sometimes, if you're watching a game for the first time, there'll be so many chances for so many different things, and you won't understand what they mean. Like, I didn't know what an ace was, but I just knew that they started celebrating aces.
Exactly.
I didn't know. But that's another thing is that serve from McDonald tipped the top of the net, and I think that's the toughest serves to play are those that just hit off the top of the net because you have a trajectory of the ball already in your head.
Yep.
Kind of like imagine if somebody's pitching a baseball at you and it clips somebody's glove as it's coming right at you. It changes the speed, trajectory, messes up your positioning. It's such a split-second sport, and something like that can completely mess up your entire train of thought.
J.C. Caldwell, sophomore, serving for Pineville. And we saw some battles at the net between J.C. and Kennedy and J.C. and Blakely as well. Knox Central gets the point. But that's what I love to see in volleyball is those battles at the net.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Not been nearly as back and forth as the last set was. Panthers hoping to pull away. You're up by 7. You got Millie Ledford serving the ball right now, trying to extend your lead to 8. It's a good serve. Get another pass. Just got to get it over the net at that point as Millie's going to get it back up. Castle with the set. Kennedy with the kill. As what a play by number 42.
Nice
right
dig, Emma Cup.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's, I think, Pineville's done an impressive job at getting those digs off of Kennedy's kills. So whenever you can see it, teams have a game plan for Kennedy. But that's the thing about her kills, that they're so good and they're so well placed that you can't even really prepare for it.
And it's basically, it's like, hey, it's a battle on battle, right? Best on best. It's like here comes the boom. See if you can block it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's
Castle.
What, what makes for good volleyball. You get somebody, if you watch it. I had a chance to watch UK actually last week.
Really?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go watch UK play volleyball this year, believe it or not.
Okay.
Now, I'm not watching for UK.
Very good program.
Oklahoma's going there, but that's in November. But at the college level, it's so fun to watch because they battle. I mean, the kills and the blocks at the nets is so battling, and again, these athletes here, they're still kind of growing into things and stuff. But someone like Kennedy that's established now, just a junior, she continues to build on that. We might find her playing at the next level somewhere.
What's the one group of people that live more in the past than history teachers?
I don't know.
Oklahoma fans.
Oh, gosh. Well, that came out of nowhere, Harrison. Oh, my goodness.
Sorry, I had to.
Wow.
We want to talk about a growing program as well. UK volleyball won a national championship just a few years ago.
Wow. You caught me off guard on that. That's pretty good. Oh, man. Well, speaking of UK, number 3 in the country, and they've had some big wins, already this season. Playing on like national television. I mean, like network TV. They were on Fox playing
That's
Penn
insane.
State. I mean, it was.
And you want to talk about the growth of women's the growth of women's sports over the past few years. Basketball, and obviously you had Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and everything. Like I was talking earlier, as they do another Ace Dance.
Yeah, that's right.
I was talking earlier to Shelby about how there used to be only like 4 or 5 people going up to girls basketball games. But now we have, packed out crowds up here at the Panther Den for girls basketball, across all levels, across all sports, softball, volleyball, girls basketball. There's been a very, very large growth of women's sports throughout the world, and you love to see that.
Blakely with the set. And so, just a little bit too far. Brooke Harris trying to get a point there, just a little bit too far, makes it 17-8, Knox Central.
You've more than doubled Pinevile's score right now. You just want to get those 8 points, trying to get out of the second set whenever you can, because you don't want Pineville making a large rally, especially if they make a large rally here. You're going into that third set tied 1-1, and a rally like that would bring some big momentum for the Mountain Lions.
Another ace there from Blakely Castle. So she not can only set them up, she can throw them down with the best on the serve. 10-point lead here for Knox Central here in the second set. Already up 1-0.
Gets a set. Seems like it just clipped Jones's hand right there.
So Brindley Sizemore wins the battle there, the sophomore for Pineville. More substitutions in. Isabella Adams will come in and do some serving. See sophomore Piper Millard in the game as well for Pineville. Got the two.
Ledford just couldn't get a hold of that. I think Ledford thought that was going to have a much lower trajectory than it actually was. She was going to go for a pass, and then last second had to switch up.
So we got an appearance as well from Haley Welch, sophomore for Knox Central, number 30. Seeing some action here. Played at during the JV game as well.
I think Miss Gross does an amazing job at working in the younger players throughout the matches. She won't, go with like a full freshman team, but she'll work in, a sophomore for a couple points. Then she'll work in an 8th graders. They won't play the whole game. Usually your only players that'll play the whole game are maybe Blakely and Millie and Emma, but just about everything else is switched around. And you can tell all these girls can play different positions. They can play with anybody on the court.
So Kennedy will get a chance to serve here, up 9 here in the second set.
What a serve right there. I mean, there's nothing you can even really do about
Nice
that. Honestly, I think played it very well right there. Great pass, just
nice
a
little jump
bit
serve
off.
there from the junior. I mean, you look at that, it's an ace, but it's almost a kill shot there from the server's spot. The velocity of it, here we go again.
It's more high arcing serve rather than the usual line drive that most servers will try and get. It's a great kill.
Emma McDonald with the kill. Kind of that 1-2 punch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But you can really tell that usually the serve that people try to get is those low, kind of like a line drive, high exit velocity, keep it low to the ground, because it's hard to play it lower than it is higher. So it's a lot easier if you kind of give them a little blooper. But those low drives, because like I said with Amelia Ledford there on that last serve, Adams that turned into an ace, she thought she was gonna have to pass it. She thought it was gonna be way lower, but it ended up not curving. So then she tried to go to a set. Jones goes right into the net.
And that's the thing, you're talking about a lower trajectory. You're trying to think as you do the serve, you're trying to get it just enough over the net with the high velocity. And so sometimes a little bit too low there gets into the net, but that's not without a lack of trying there.
Panthers, if you pull away with this set, you got a lot of momentum going into that third set. You're hoping for a clean sweep of the Mountain Lions, which I believe last time they played it was 3-1.
Yes, back in late August.
That was one of their first matches of the season, I believe. Yep. I know it was their first district matchup. Set from Castle. Ledford just punches it over. That looks like it would have went out if she just would have left it.
And that's one of those things right there as that one falls in. That's one of those things you're kind of at that point where it's like split second, right? Okay, do I make a play on it or do I take a chance and see if it goes out or not? And I've seen it go both ways, where it doesn't work out, and so you're kind of in a hard situation there. You just kind of do the best you can and trust it'll work out.
Brown gets it over. Getting just a safe play from the Mountain Lions right there. Castle's going to set it from McDonald. Hits it up. As I think if she just would have let it go right there, that would have been out as well.
Yep. Senior Gia Sturgill trying to get that. And we're now at set point. And a chance for the Panthers to go up 2-0. They're 24-11.
I don't think people realize how high Kennedy Jones is getting into the air. Whenever Emma McDonald starts getting into the air for a kill, you see as Kennedy will get up just about 3 feet over the net, and McDonald usually stops right below, but that is a perfect textbook hit right there as the Panthers pull away with the second set, 25-11. I mean, that was all Knox Central right there. Most of the points for Pineville, 2 or 3 were at least from serves. You saw it talk about a very strong set for Knox Central.
And I guess we're going to go to an ad break. Back in a moment on Blue and Gold.
Women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002.
Okay, we're back. I'm back for the third set.
Harrison, you sound different. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I had to do that in the second set as well. I was like, Harrison, or Shelby, you sound a little bit like Harrison. Oh, no. Harrison, you sound like Shelby now. So,
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back.
I'm back.
So, did you have a good break?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Well, good
A
deal.
lot of talking.
Of talking. Well, you got to have kind of a big mouth to do this, right?
Yeah.
That's what people tell me. I don't know. So
I've never had one person tell me I'm shy. Ever.
yeah.
I've never had one person say, are you ever loud? No. Nobody's ever asked me that. It's always like, can you stop talking? Or
So we get ready for third set. Knox Central up 2-0 if you're just joining us here on the Blue and
yes, I would
Gold
love
Network.
to see the Panthers shut this out.
So you get that opportunity to go ahead and do that. They will start the set with the serve. Blakely Castle, the sophomore, will get things started. And that second set, Shelby, it was all Knox Central as they got out to a 10-4 lead and basically just kept it going, 16-8, 19-10, 21-10, and eventually 25-11.
Oh, yeah, they kept it alive. It'll be an ace coming back into this set. Now, they've had some cheers.
So the ace dance, kind of an interesting dance here for Knox Central. We've had a few of those here this evening. Let's see Amelia Lord back into the contest again. I think, don't know if she played last night at Bell County. If not, this is her first action of the season, the senior. Hampered with a shoulder injury, so it's good to see her get a chance to play some toward the end of the season.
Just looked like she hit the ceiling there. She did beat
She
too.
kind of hit the divider there on that, and so 1-1 your score. So senior Michaela Terrell will serve for Pineville. And so there you see, even though Blakely got the ball over, the problem is that you got the little antenna, and I don't know if I'm saying that correctly or not, but you got the antennas there at the end. And it did not go on the inside of that, so unfortunately not a point for Knox Central. It's kind of like the pylon there at the end zone, right?
Yeah.
You got to be inside.
You got to be inside of it, yeah.
There you go. And give that one to J.C. Caldwell.
Blakely tried to save that there, but I believe that was going to be out. She's very close to the line there. A lot of communication by the Panthers this set. You know, they started picking it up in the second set, and now they're really moving a lot.
kind of get into that groove. Emma McDonald. Nice save there from Piper Millard. Audrey Yates in there as well, getting the free ball over. And just out of position there, Kennedy Jones gets it into the net. And that, so Pineville starting off here with a 4-1 run to begin the third. Again, for Pineville, nothing, can't go nowhere but up. You got to win the next 3 sets to win the match. Knox Central just has to get one more set.
But I know these lines, they're not going to give up. They're not going to give up just because they're down 2 sets.
No, and coach's staff won't let them do it.
No,
That's the thing about it. And so give Kennedy Jones a kill on that one, and she will, her reward is she'll get the serve here. Down 4-2, trying to get back into this contest. We were commenting on her serve there in the second set. Henderson and I, she has a really nice serve.
All these girls do.
And another point there from Caldwell, JC. Pineville's got some super sophomores, if you will, that's been with this program for a few years, and so continuing to kind of hope and grow with each other. JC Caldwell, Brinley Sizemore, Emma Cup. Also, I believe others, including Piper Millard, the sophomore as well, Alyssa Albenshane. So as that kind of goes into the net there, gives a point over to Knox Central. Now, speaking of young guns there, Ava Brown getting ready to serve for the Panthers.
She's been serving really good tonight.
So serving down 2, Knox Central. Make it down 1 as an ace. There we go, and there's the dance. We were talking.
Now, Ava, she's very quiet.
Yeah.
So when she gets celebrated, she's like, yeah, yay. She's ready to get back to serving.
We were talking the second set, Harrison and I. That one a little bit outside, but you know the teams like to do little things like that where they get an ace.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very good. It keeps you into it, keeps you engaged, things like that. The good spirit. And each team kind of has their own as they do it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. JC Caldwell with the serve. Pineville up by 2. And a little bit soft on the hit there from McDonald. Frederick could not get to it. And so increases Pineville's lead to 7-4. This is very cliche, Shelby, but again, you play at 1 point at a time, right? So, if you're Pineville, it's like, hey, I'm trying to win this point. I'm trying to win this point, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of the big picture being down 2 sets. I just got to do it 1 point
Yeah,
at a time.
you have to do it one at a time, yeah.
And sometimes that's hard. That's a hard mindset for people.
It's very tiring.
So it looked like it was out. The main official says that it was in, and will give Knox Central the point. So,
You're telling me to make my joke again.
So we need Knox Central to get this point. Shelby's already been told, make the joke. So if you weren't here in the first set, okay, we'll have to explain it. So we'll see what happens. Katie Collins, and we didn't get it.
We didn't get it this set.
Didn't get it. So what was the joke, Shelby, for those who are just joining us? What was the joke?
6'7". Chase thinks it's very funny back here.
So if you're someone of my age, you're like, what
in the world is it?
If you're someone of Shelby's age, it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, we know what 6'7" means, but it literally means nothing.
8-5 your score.
Even my 9-year-old sisters, they're like, sis, look at this, 6'7". I'm like, oh, Lord, sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
So they're catching on, too. So it's going to be an ace. Score's now going to be 10-8.
So Knox Central coming back here, 10-8 score. After being down 7-4.
Yeah.
McDonald serving.
No, she's had a great senior night.
Most definitely, most definitely. Look at Blakely get in there with the kill, right? She's like, hey.
She's usually setting that up for everybody else, but she got one.
She said, it's my time. So roles reversed as Kennedy Jones with the set and for Blakely Castle's kill.
That's always awesome. That's always fun. It's like the big girl, the center, getting to shoot a three and then make it in. And you don't see that a lot.
It's like if Maggie shot a three-pointer.
Yeah, Maggie shot a three-pointer. Nice. Again by Blakely.
She's like, I'm on a roll here, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we had some messing up with the score. So we're going to have to erase that. It's actually 9-8.
Oh.
So KC, so I think we got all that straightened out. But you can see the score, the lower right of your video screen as you're watching.
Yeah. We mess up sometimes.
So now it is 9-all. So we are tied. I think for one of the first times here in set 3, Emma Cupp getting ready to serve. Another sophomore on this team as well for Pineville. And that's into the net, and Knox Central will take the lead. Now, they kind of gave that point to Pineville, so maybe they'll, I don't know. There we go. We're getting it. So, who's running that scoreboard down there, Shelby?
And we'll just go with it, see what happens.
I don't know, mate. I don't know now. I might get hurt for saying this, but maybe they need the clock master, Michael Hartman, to come over. I don't know. Michael does a good job over there at Barberville running the clock.
We sure miss him up here, though.
We could just get him and Vern Swords. I don't know. I guess they're friends again. I don't know. That's an ongoing drama. If you're a Knox Central fan, if you're a real fan, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Swords,
yeah.
Right? So.
There's a picture of him, actually. It comes up on my memories, my mom's memories around, district time. And it's him. I'm sitting at the clock. I was like a baby, and he's holding me. And so he always reminds me of that.
Well, that one goes in the net by Kennedy Jones and makes it a 11-all score here in the third. So you're getting into the middle part of the set, Shelby, and again, if you get a team that gets on a run, they can set the tone for the rest of the set. And right now,
nice.
Pineville gets 2 in a row there. So Alyssa Obenshane get a chance to serve. Now, if you join us as well, Pineville is down 2 starters tonight's contest due to sickness and a bee sting, by the way. But hope that they get better. And that was Peyton Wilson and Kenna Turner. Kenna under the weather today, and so
we're getting pictures took of us back here.
Oh, well. I hope they get my good side because I don't know which side is my good side. Actually, I don't know.
I ain't got one.
Yeah, there you go. Right. 13-11, Pineville trying to widen their lead, and they do. As that one goes over the head of Katie Collins, so give that point to J.C. Caldwell.
Now Pineville's trailing back a little bit. Panthers got up early, and now they're going to come back just a little bit. See if they can hang on to this.
And that one's out.
Just
so that's
a little
point.
hard.
Kind of has visions of the first set, Shelby, where that one was pretty even throughout. Actually, I think at one point it was 19-all, and at that point, Knox Central took over and ended up winning that first set. This one has the makings of that, so we'll see.
A lot of communication by Pineville. They're doing a great job on that.
And kind of a miss hit there. Michaela Terrell kind of stops the string, and it makes it 15-12. Blakely Castle getting the serve. And they cannot get it back over Pineville, so another point for Knox Central.
It's going to be 13-15.
Haley Welch will come into the contest, sophomore for Knox Central.
A very young Knox Central team.
Yeah, I mean you're only going to lose 2 players for next year's squad, and you've got some coming up, that are going to be high school freshmen, and they're going to have a year under their belts at the varsity level. So you're really going to have a strong nucleus, and that's going to be good for your players, Blakely Castle and Kennedy Jones. They'll be the, I think, the leaders of the squad next year, definitely. And so, but again, a good nucleus around them. Throw in Amelia Ledford as well. She'll be a senior next year. Libero there, number 16.
Oh, yeah, they'll have a great group of seniors next year.
So that one goes in the net by Caldwell, and it makes it 16-14. And Kennedy will get the serve.
It's going to be an ace.
And we'll give her the ace, and it's one of those things there, between Brindley Sizemore and McCup. It's like, okay, do I let it go?
Or do I hit it?
Or do I hit it? Again, it's, and
that's the decision you got to make,
yes. We've talked about that, several times as well. And you know what? It's not easy.
See?
That one there.
Yeah, they called that one out.
Yep, that one there a little bit more easy, but when you're close on that, it could go either way. So I don't wish that on anybody.
No.
It's a hard decision to make.
Especially with such little time you have to react.
So Audrey Yates serving for Pineville. Cup gets it over.
Set by Blakely. Dig by Millie. They're going to set it again. And it's going to be a point.
And those, you love those because you just get it to skim off the net.
Oh, yeah.
Changes the trajectory of the ball and the speed as well because they're there. Pineville's there to set to block it. And all of a sudden it changes.
And now it's
speed.
down on the ground.
There you go.
Another hard decision to make.
So a chance to tie it for Knox Central. And there's Frederick. Oh, nice dig from Yates.
Very nice dig.
Oh. And that's one of those, it's like, okay, is it going to go over? And so some miscommunication there and a chance to tie it. Now Pineville goes up by 2.
Good effort by Blakely Castle, though.
Yes.
She got on the ground. That's just hard to get to.
They call that hustle, right?
Hustle,
That's
yeah.
a hustle play.
I like to refer back to basketball. Steve's like, I don't care how many points you score, as long as you hustle and give me effort. That's all that matters.
Yep. And I think your better coaches they love that. Okay, if you're gonna hustle.
He loves defense too. That's what we hang our hat on a lot of the times. You got to score, but if you don't have anything to stop their scoring, then you might as well just quit.
Yep. It's you got to score the points, but if you can keep the other team from scoring, that's just as good.
Just as good.
Well, Pineville on a run here. It is now 20-16, and so if you're Pineville, you need to just take advantage of this to try to get this set.
Oh yeah.
Frederick with the kill.
The fans are getting into this set.
If you're Knox Central, as Katie Collins coming back into the contest, but again, if you're Knox Central, you've got that chance to finish the night. You got a chance to go in and get the sweep. Pineville's like, look, 1 point at a time.
They want to stay. They want to stay here.
If we can get it to a set 4, who knows what can happen, right? So. Ace by Collins, the junior. And just like that, Shelby, it's 2018.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in tonight. It's been a long game, but we thank you all for getting on here and watching these girls play.
I know we shared this feed on the Pineville's Facebook page as well. So
Oh,
good
good.
of them. Yep, good of them. So we have a good crowd watching it
Yeah.
tonight. As that is tipped off a Pineville player. And Knox Central within a point of tying this. That's the thing, you get on these runs, and so if you're the team doing the run, you've got a confidence that you're building. If you're the team against the run,
Yeah.
you start questioning yourself. So Pineville needs to
Good
try to get a
dig.
response here. Great dig there from Ledford. Keeps it going.
That's our game, though.
And she stayed with it. Oh, there you go. You stay with it, and there's a good example. And that one off
There'll
the
be a
net.
point. They're going to tie it up here in the third set. Now, this game's getting exciting.
Yes.
It's been exciting this whole game, really.
So in the first set, we were at 19 all. Knox Central wins that one.
Yeah.
Going away. We'll see what happens here, tied at 20. And they're
Looks like
gonna
it's going to be out.
say out on that one.
21-20.
Now talking about making split decisions, the officials in the sense of your students there,
Oh, yeah.
the line judges, if you will.
Yeah, they
you know,
got to be. They can't be biased. They have to stick to the
And-
rules.
And if you've ever refed or anything like that before, it's not easy,
It's
right?
not easy,
Split
no.
second decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that.
Yeah.
That's very hard to do.
Now we'll say this: when they get to the tournaments and stuff, they will have officials doing that because you don't want to put that pressure
Yeah,
on a student.
on a kid. Yeah.
Nice point.
hit by Blakely. Now,
We are tied
they
once
had a nice
again.
little celebration
There
right
you
there,
go.
her and Kennedy.
So again, first one to 25, and you win by 2, you get the set. So we're getting close. We're getting to the end of this
Nice
set.
serve.
And there's an ace there, Emma McDonald, and Knox Central takes the lead. Again, Pineville had the lead midway through the set. Knox Central's worked their way back here late, and so all they need is 3
The
points.
senior going to serve.
Frederick once again.
23-21. These Panthers are turning up right now.
So McDonald, the senior, on senior night. If she can get 2 more points, they'll get the victory. Pineville gets it over.
Set by Blakely.
Smart move there from Kennedy. She knows she didn't have the kill, so just went ahead and did a free ball.
Oh, yeah.
Now we'll see what happens here.
Oh,
Frederick
just
little bit
too strong.
Yep, a little bit too strong on that one.
That's all right. 23-22. 2 more points here for the Panthers.
So 2
Or
more. points.
they got to win by 2, right?
Gotta win by 2, so we'll see what happens. Emma Cup will be serving. And that is out. A long serve there. And we are at match point, 24-22. So the junior Amelia Ledford, a chance to, with the winning serve.
Yeah, let's see what she does here. She gets it over. It's an ace for the win. Panthers win in 3 sets. That's an awesome win on senior night. You know, it's special.
It's always good, yes, to get that victory on senior night. And so your final is Knox Central 3-0 against Pineville. And that was 25-21, 25-11, and 25-22. And so Knox Central will.
Definitely close sets, though.
First and third were definitely close. And that's the thing about the competitiveness as you get and you work yourself to district here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You know, you got to stay in that game, right? Because it's point down to the wire type deal. But, you know, you get a couple points here, and so, you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Now, Knox Central, with that win, evens their record now 10-10 on the season, 5-0 in district. Pineville will drop to 10-12 and 1-4 in the district. And so I think Knox Central's next game Shelby is going to be Thursday night. Now, no
Yep.
stream on that one, but it's going to be Clay County here. So what's going to be happening next programming-wise right now?
We are going to be doing some interviews after the ads. So we'll be back, Blue and Gold.
Trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barberville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barberville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond.
Hello, everybody, and my name is Shelby Smith, and I'm a freshman here at Knox Central High School. I'm a media student, and tonight I'm interviewing senior
Emma McDonald.
So you just came off a big win, a district win, and did y'all beat them earlier in the season?
Yeah, but we took them to 4 sets, and I'm
Four
kinda glad
sets,
we took
yeah.
them to 3 this time.
Yeah, that's a great accomplishment. So knowing you're being a senior, which is super sad because I've known you for a long time, What was your favorite memory from this season?
Honestly, my favorite memory is probably this game. Honestly, just how the team has came together from like the beginning of like the summer to now. Honestly, it's just crazy. Like at the beginning, I thought we were like really bad. No offense, but we've actually came together and we've done a lot more than I thought we could accomplish.
Yeah, that's awesome. Y'all have won 10 games this season, and that's a huge growth from last season too. So, what are you looking to improve on for Barberville? You play with Barberville on the 14th, and that'll actually be our last streamed volleyball game. So, what are you looking forward to for that game?
I'm just looking forward to play my best and communicate with my team, because once we communicate and play together as a team, we're really unstoppable. I mean, we took Whitley to 20. We've took Bell County to 20. If we talk, we can honestly accomplish many things.
Yeah. Definitely. Y'all are a great team, and I have no doubt that y'all are going to do great in the region. So my last question for you is, what is your favorite part about this team and your favorite things at KC that you get to do?
Well, I love getting, be able to do this, obviously. My favorite part of volleyball is just all the girls, honestly. They're just so welcoming, and, as soon as we bring someone on new, they just welcome them with, warm arms, and it's just honestly the best feeling anyone could ever have. And I love KCH Media, just so.
Oh yeah, because you are a media kid.
Yeah, and my family gets to watch videos or the streams when they can't come, and it's just honestly very good.
Media is so great, and I'm so glad that we're a part of it, and I'm so glad that y'all won tonight. Well, I hope you had a great senior night.
Thank you. I did. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So our next senior is Miss Amelia, and so you were injured this season. And how does it feel to be back?
It feels really, really weird. I've been injured since the ending of my softball season of last year, so just now getting back into things, it's very weird. It's
but you're
very
probably
stressful.
relieved. Yeah,
I am. Yeah, I just got cleared today, actually. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. But you played a great game for your first game to be back, and I know you're just so glad to be out here with these girls.
Course.
Because it definitely sucks seeing on the sideline when you're a senior and you're not getting to play. So how does that feel?
It has definitely destroyed me mentally.
Yeah.
I remember the first game I was bawling my eyes out.
Yeah.
I was just it hurts to see the people that you love getting to play what you love and not being able to be out there to help them and support them.
Yeah, play with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I asked Emma this question because are you going to be playing any region ball or district?
It depends really on how our team does. Obviously, district is a guaranteed. Right now, I believe that we are the first seed in our district because we have beat all of our district rivals.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that is amazing. Our team is very young, and we are definitely pushing.
So how do you think this team is going to improve going into the district?
How we will? Probably communication will definitely help a little bit more if we do that.
Yeah.
I think our serves, if we can make sure to get them over every time. That's about it, though. I think we are really, really good. We're a very loving and supporting team for each other, and it's definitely a big family.
Yeah, and I can see that on the court and off the court. Y'all are best friends. Okay, so my last question for you is, what is your favorite memory and what is your favorite part about KC volleyball?
My favorite memory definitely has to be going to the first priority tournaments every single year. Sadly, I didn't get to attend this year due to a club mandatory thing.
HOSA, right?
Yes, I was actually in Louisville for an officer training. But every year we get to go to the first priority tournament, and they always do a little sermon type thing, and they let us have some ice cream and stuff. It's always really, really sweet.
Yeah.
And it's really, really fun.
That is fun. Well, thank you, and I hope you had a great senior night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all have a blessed one.
Call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to milwardandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barberville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products,